Welcome back to Fabio's Fabulous Reviews. I'm Fabio, and today we'll be reviewing the FitcamX dash cam for the 2022-2023 Toyota Tundra 3rd generation model XK70. We'll be showing you the front 1440p plus rear 1080p with 64 gigabyte memory FitcamX model. So let me give you a little bit backstory as to why I purchased the FitcamX. Well, in January of 2022, I decided that I wanted to upgrade from my 2012 Toyota Tacoma to a 2022 Toyota Tundra. Now, there was a back order, so of course I didn't receive my Tundra until August of 2022. In that time, I had been searching for what would be the best camera out there for my Toyota Tundra. Why is this? Because for the last few years, I've been carrying a regular dash cam on my vehicle. All my vehicles in my family have dash cams. Why is that? Let me give you just a little bit as to why at least a dash cam is important in your vehicle. In the city where I live in for 2022, there was a total of 43,662 traffic accidents. We also had 68 fatalities. That means traffic accidents where people died. We had 4 of them that involved DUI accidents with traffic fatalities. We also had 4,152 hit and run accidents. What does that mean? Somebody crashed your car and took off. We had 94 DUI accidents. That's driving while under the influence or driving under the influence. Same thing, you're impaired either in drugs or alcohol. And believe it or not, the city had 75 accidents at DUI checkpoints. Those are checkpoints that the police have where they check to see if you're intoxicated, and people crashed while in those incidents. Now, these stats I got from my local city. Additionally, I had told you there were 68 fatalities for 2022. As of now, there is 29 for the year of 2023, and we are only in the month of June. So for me, this is why it's so important to have a dash cam. It's when you get into these accidents where it's a he said, she said, oh, he made a left in front of me, oh, I made a left in front of him. You have some proof. Now, these cameras do their best to get a tag if someone hits you and takes off, and see if you can read the tag. But remember, anything in motion, you're going to need a high-powered camera to try to grab that tag information so you can relay it to the police when you do your report or when you give it to your insurance company. So now that you have that backstory, so why FitcamX? Well, believe it or not, searching from August, I ran into FitcamX and I saw that they had for many cars. It's very discreet. It conceals. It's not visible like dash cams that are stuck right there on your windshield. Now, at the moment, they did not have the new 3rd generation for the Toyota Tundra 2022. So believe it or not, one thing I do like about the FitcamX is their customer service. Yes, they're out in Asia, and for me, it is about almost like a whole half a day time delay. But I was able to send them an email and ask them if they had available for the 2022 Toyota Tundra. They told me no, but if I was a willing participant, they would send me a prototype based on the photos that I send them of what the new 2022 Toyota Tundra looked like. Well, long story short, in January, the new Toyota 2022 Tundra FitcamX became available. And for the last 6 months, I want to give you a review, a detailed review as to why I recommend it, what are the pros and what are the cons for the FitcamX dash cam for the 2022-2023 Toyota Tundra 3rd generation XK70 model. Now, the advantages of owning a FitcamX dash cam is that it has an original rearview mirror back cover shape design, which helps hide any cables and introducing the front camera. Now the setup is simple. It has real plug and play. What it utilizes is the adaptive cruise control sensor, which is located in that rearview mirror box, and you just connect it with the additional cable they give you so it can use the power from it. In the box, it comes with a total of 4 to 5 pieces, depending if you order the rear view camera. It includes a memory card, which you can remove that micro SD card from the actual system, put it into the USB card, and put it on your computer to view your videos. Setup is done in 8 easy steps, but again, depending on your expertise, it can take you anywhere between 5 to maybe 45 minutes, especially if you're running the cable all the way to the rear view camera. So the FitcamX is available with 2 types of front end cameras, either the 4K or the 2K, but the rear camera does come in a 1080p only. Now it is good for good views, which I'll show you from my recordings. Reading tags, it all depends on how the weather is and the clarity of the day. What I do love next is the loop recording. You can set it up for 1-minute loops or 3-minute loops, depending on how much you want to record. Again, it does finish with filling up the memory card, and then it restarts and removes the oldest one and continues doing that. I haven't had any issue with that, except that they might not record a full 3 minutes how I have it programmed. It might record for a few seconds and then start another loop from there. I don't know if that's a glitch, but it's one of the things I've noticed. Now, one of the pros is the Wi-Fi built in. You're going to utilize that from your phone to connect to the actual dash cam so you can view your videos and download videos. That is going to be the only way you can view your videos, since one of the cons is that there is no LCD screen to see what you're recording and if it's recording. Now it also has a G sensor and lock, meaning if you're involved in an accident, it will immediately save what it recorded so you can keep it from not deleting, just in case you need it for evidence purposes. Now there is a parking feature available, but you do have to purchase a parking kit. What that means is if you're parked and someone hits your vehicle, it'll start recording. Again, there is no before. It's usually after the activation happens, but it does require the purchase of an additional parking kit. So what I would like to show you now is how to access the FitCam app. It connects to the Wi-Fi from the actual dash cam, and if you go to camera file, it'll download the videos that are on your flash drive. Now it does take a little bit to connect, and for me, the way I travel and everything, it holds about 7 days of footage. That's including the front camera and the rear camera. And when you want to see one of those actual videos, you're just going to have to click it. And when you do click it, it'll show you the actual recording that you have there. Now, the next few videos, I want to show you what it's like to view. The view is of the actual camera during the daytime when it's pretty much clear day. That'll be the front view, and then the next one will be the rear view on a clear day. I will also show you a view of on a rainy day, front and rear view. It does record audio, but on most of my videos, we're either talking personally or listening to music, so I've muted the audio. And on the final video, it's going to be a nighttime video. Again, the front and the rear of the camera. So hopefully you can decide on the clarity, how good it is from using the FitcamX dash cam. I would like to show you now how I set up the actual rear cam. It comes with 3M tape, so I was able to stick it to the roof, which is made out of fabric, and it's stuck perfectly. And I did that placing it as close as I can to the actual glass. Now, if you're aware, the Thundra does have a sliding glass, rear glass that comes up and down, as you can see in the photo, and this is what it looks like with the video. What I would like to mention now is one of the disadvantages of this FitcamX, which is not having an LCD screen to know if you're recording or not. For you to actually know if you're recording, at least with this model for the Thundra, is you need to look underneath the actual rear view mirror. And when you do look underneath that rear view mirror, you're going to notice that there's these lights that are flickering on and off. If they're flickering on and off, usually it's like between blue and red, you will know that it is recording. But the only way to do this is if you twist your head and look for those blinking red and blue lights, and that will tell you that it is recording. So the next few photos I want to discuss is the issues I had with the FitCam. The original one had the, as you can see where I highlighted there, the actual lid, it did not close properly. It seems that it was a little clip that goes in that little piece there that wasn't latching on properly. So what I did was contact FitcamX customer service, and they were kind enough to send me another one. Also, the reason it seems that you see those two clips on each corner, they need to slide into the original casing, and what happens is that they seem to be flimsy and they snap off, as you can see from the photos. Additionally, you can see that there's a little space that didn't clip so well, and based on the actual connection, it seems that it showed some blurred lines on my digital rear view mirror. FitcamX sent me a program that was able to correct that right away. So just to give you a heads up, you may have that issue, but all you need to do is just contact FitcamX customer service, and they'll be glad to assist you. So based on my usage of this FitcamX camera for the 2022-2023 Toyota Thundra 3rd generation, Fabio's review is a 4 out of 5 stars. Again, nothing is perfect, but I do believe that FitcamX does have a great customer service. You will have a delay again, either in shipping because they're out in Asia, or your communication with emails might be a day delayed, or just a few hours difference, of course, because of the time zone. Again, I hope you guys like this video. Please subscribe. If you have any questions, please leave any comments, and be safe. Thank you.